Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Monday morning to you all. Hope you guys are feeling well out there, having a great start to your Monday, a great start to your week. Got you an update weather-wise on what's most likely going to occur for today. There's a cold front moving through. A lot of folks are waking up to some fall-like temperatures. You're going to wake up, walk outside, head to work. And if you're not in a good mood because it's Monday morning and you got to go to work, I think the weather will help at least make your mood a little bit better as a fall air mass behind this cold front is making its way through most of the eastern U.S. as I speak. But I think areas along the extreme eastern U.S., like the I-95 corridor, you're still going to deal with another humid, potentially wet, maybe severe day. There is a low tornado risk across areas in the mid-Atlantic. We'll talk about that. Very low, but it's there. And then we have a flooding risk too. So we're going to break all this down for you, give you an update on the tropics, even though there's not a whole lot going on right now. We'll talk about a couple things. If you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. It's been a pretty successful first half of September, so I really appreciate it. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook. And guys, I know I have not made evening videos in the last 4 days, so I'm going to quit promise you in the morning videos I'm going to make it evening videos, and we're just going to see how the day goes. There's been a lot going on this week, and it was looking like things were kind of settling down, and they have, but there's still just a couple nagging things going on. But life is good. I'm blessed, and it's all up to me on whether I let it get to me or not, and it's just a little bit of some nagging things. But overall, things are good. Things are good. So I appreciate the concern. I appreciate the well wishes and the prayers. But if you guys got anything that I can pray about, please put it in the prayers. Please put it in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and it gives others an opportunity to do so too. A prayer request for me would be, I found out my best friend's mom actually has cancer, and they don't know how bad it is yet. She's getting a lot of tests done. So she came to me at church yesterday pretty upset. So her husband actually died of cancer several years ago. So just pray that the cancer isn't as bad and they're catching it early and they can knock it out and get rid of it very, very quickly and efficiently. So I really appreciate that. But let's get rolling here. Water vapor loop. Dry air surging through the eastern portion of the country. You see these darker colors. That is dry air pushing through. It's got the entire state of Tennessee cut in half, Kentucky also, but it's moving through and digging through portions of the deep south also. But you notice the whiter colors right here across all the extreme eastern U.S., all the eastern states. Still a moist air mass in place. You're still waking up very moist. The rest of the tropics pretty quiet. The remnants of Earl moving on through the North Atlantic. And then a little tropical wave out here, but nothing to be concerned about. We're not really watching anything immediate in the tropics right now at all. Storm Prediction Center, a marginal risk. We'll watch to see if anything gets upgraded to a slight risk today in the Mid-Atlantic. But right now, not expecting it, but you never know. It seems like when I drop these videos about an hour later, they'll upgrade to something, whether it's the Hurricane Center or the Storm Prediction Center. But a marginal risk. And there's actually a tornado risk. This includes big cities like Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. There's a 2% risk of a tornado, 25 miles on any given location. So just be weather aware out there. If there's a tornado warning in your area, please take it serious, just in case. Wind threat will be there. Hail threat will also be there. The dynamics will be there for all threats, but just relatively very low speaking. So this is all, because of a cold front that's moving through that's going to enhance the dynamics there for severe weather. So we'll watch for that. Excessive rainfall outlook. There's a slight risk up for, excuse me, still fighting that cold, but definitely on the last half of it, thankfully. But a slight risk of flash flooding occurring. This includes Maryland, northern portions of Virginia, the entire eastern portion of Pennsylvania, and then the entire areas of central New York State. So we definitely need to be just watch out for any kind of flooding in this area. The slight means that there's at least a 15% risk of flash flood guidance being met in this region. So we could have some rain that just goes over the same areas in this area, and we'll talk about that here later in the video. Watches and warnings. There's I always say that. There's flood watches up for areas like Washington, D.C., Baltimore. So a couple counties in the Pennsylvania also. So we just need to pay attention to that. Things could escalate quickly if you continue to get rain over the same areas. And then the National Hurricane Center. You got 2 areas to watch within the next 5 days. This one, a 20% chance, and this one, a 20% chance to develop. 2 waves. But both of them, just not a lot of support on them developing for sure. But going forward here, we'll take a look at the southeast. How can this rain unfold today? There's still a moist air mass for a lot of folks like Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia. So moving forward through the morning hours, and just after lunchtime, we can get more rounds of showers and storms that moves into the Big Bend areas of Florida. And then you're already seeing pop-up showers and storms in North Georgia, in and around, very isolated in nature in South Carolina. But the Piedmont triad of North Carolina into Southwest Virginia, and then much more widespread in West Virginia. Showers and storms are certainly possible. This will continue and become more widespread throughout the Carolinas. Watch out Myrtle Beach just before dinner time tonight. And then the central areas of North Carolina, some showers and storms certainly possible. And like I said, watch out up here in Maryland, northern VA, some showers and storms certainly are possible. And then we get into the evening, and we'll get a little bit a better look at this here in a second up here when we go to the northeast and mid-Atlantic. But check out Florida. Very messy day today. Of showers and storms, very widespread. Anybody in Florida could get showers and storms today. I think the further west you go in the Panhandle, I think the less likely you'll see showers and storms, but you'll certainly probably see it even there too. But very widespread. Got to watch out for a little bit of flooding in areas of Florida today, certainly possible. The northeast, you're dealing with a little bit of rain, especially in southeast Mass, but that'll move out later today. And then watch out with this little low pressure pivoting through northern areas of Michigan. This will bring some, potentially some severe storms in areas of western New York State. Pop up, strong to maybe severe storms in Pennsylvania. But I think the more south you go into areas of Maryland, we certainly need to watch out for some showers and storms. And here it is. Here's some big storms erupting into this area. But we'll certainly watch, for example, just before dinner time, like I said, just west of Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, some strong storms. And then they can work their way into the area by the time you're getting home from work around dinner time. And these can be severe. And this can be a tornado threat with some of these cells down in this area, in southern areas of Pennsylvania, southeast Pennsylvania, Maryland, northern VA. Just watch out, because this is a higher populated area. So you never know when you're right in that 2% area. But there's also that flooding risk where you can just have showers and storms going over the same area. So we need to be concerned about that. But, it's nothing to stress about. It's a very low chance, but it's certainly something we need to pay attention to for sure. How much rain can fall between now and tomorrow morning? You get a couple inches of rain in and around the Maryland area. In Washington, D.C., Baltimore up to Philadelphia. Potentially as much as a ½ inch to 2 inches of rain is certainly possible. So we just need to pay attention to that also. Rain is possible up here in northern areas of New Jersey, eastern PA. 1 to 2 inches of rain is possible. And I think we're definitely going to get anywhere from a quarter to a ½ inch of rain in and around the New York City area. But potentially west to northwest of New York City could get a lot more rain in northern New Jersey. Certainly likely in this case. So moving forward here, we'll look at the south central U.S. How much rain could we expect? Pretty quiet day, and that's because this cold front moves through, stabilizes the atmosphere. Not going to see quite as much activity today, if any at all. In fact, we're not going to see anything. It's going to be a beautiful day across Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas. A nice fall-like day. We look up here in the north central U.S. There's going to be a little bit of a spin, and we'll watch for this. Rain showers will be pivoting back into the UP of Michigan. You'll see some storm activity in northern Michigan and a little bit of a low pressure. And there's a little bit of a spin around it, and we'll watch out for that. Some showers will pivot back into areas of Indiana. This will actually create a cool pocket of air for these areas right down here in northern Illinois, northern Indiana. Just turn the water all the way on, baby. Turn the water all the way on. So we'll watch for this right here. There's definitely going to be some showers and storms. And then we'll switch it to the temperatures. You can see this cool pocket of air. Temperatures in the 50s in Chicago. Temperatures in the 50s for northern Illinois, northern Indiana. But look everywhere else. Even when you're not dealing with rain today, a fall air mass is going to be in place across Kentucky, Ohio, the Ohio Valley. Beautiful temperatures. This is not going to be humid air. This is going to be a nice, crisp air. It really is. Let me get a sip of water. Guys, my throat is getting dry in the middle of this video. My little girl's in there brushing her teeth. So this is definitely a sloppy video. But This is as real as it gets, guys. Family atmosphere. Y'all know how this rolls. And y'all keep telling me don't apologize for your kids. Well, she just in there brushing her teeth, getting ready for school. So temperatures today. If you're in the Carolinas, Virginia, like I said, up the I-95 corridor, Georgia, Florida, the cold front's going to be sweeping through here. Just walk behind me, baby. You're good. The cold front's going to be sweeping through here. So a moist, warm atmosphere is certainly going to be there today. So you're not going to feel the cold front if you're in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia today. But you're going to feel it if you're in Tennessee, especially the middle part of Tennessee points west, northern half of Mississippi and Alabama. For example, in Birmingham, you're going to feel the cold front move through in the next couple hours. And by the time you go to work, it's going to feel very humid and moist. But by the time you get to lunchtime to when you're leaving work, it's going to feel really nice, for example. So cold front's moving through. And you can see these dew points. We'll take a look at the HRRR model. Cold front's already made it through areas of northern Mississippi, northwest Alabama, the entire western half of Tennessee, Kentucky. This will continue to come through here. And remember, dew points, 60s and 70s, that's a moist air mass. Anything below 60, that's starting to get into that dry, nice air mass. So moving forward here, we'll watch the progression of these lower dew points replace the more moist dew points. And moving forward, here we go. Moving forward here, look at this dry air mass taking over Tennessee. We're getting into the afternoon, evening. Come on, baby. Getting into the afternoon and evening. This is moving through the Carolinas. Just go brush your teeth. You're good. Moving through the Carolinas. But we'll stop it here. This is, the middle of the night tonight, right? The cold front has crossed most of Alabama, all of North Georgia, starting to ooze into the western Carolinas, Virginia. And then by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, the cold front's going to be making its way through Charlotte, Columbia, in the southeast, and then the dry air will continue to filter in throughout the day. So moving into... I am so sorry, guys. This is probably my all-time sloppiest video I've made in a while. And what's wild is when I started the video, I felt good. I felt a good flow of energy, but it has just been sloppy ever since. So I apologize. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Sorry for the loud coughs, and we'll wrap this up now. As far as the tropics, the European ensembles likes the idea of one of these waves surviving and then potentially strengthening as it gets into the southwest Atlantic. I don't buy this. I just don't. And I'm actually going to lean towards the GEFS ensembles, which has little to no support to this. So it's a kind of a, I believe it when I see it kind of deal with this. So we'll look at the GFS. One thing I am watching, and this could actually help to enhance the dry air later in the week for the southeast. The GFS has consistently shown some kind of low pressure, some kind of piece of energy in the Gulf of Mexico, going across Florida, and then getting off the coast of the southeast, developing into a low pressure off the coast of the southeast. So we'll watch this. But, I just don't see this as a threat. This is because of a stalled cold front. So we'll continue to watch this. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Now my little girls are crying. It's been a rough morning. So y'all guys have an awesome Monday, and I'll try to be with you guys this evening. God bless.